What the fuck?
It's like croutons in a soup.
Don't turn down any opportunity, whether it's a camp, a clinic, because you never know literally who's watching.
Make your own decision and stick with them and know they're the right decisions, right? And even if they aren't right, don't regret them.
He didn't know creatine existed.
So you got some creatine? He's like, oh, yeah. Lift heavyweight.
Shipped across the border. I shipped across the border.
Shipped across the border, man.
Welcome back to Shipped Across the Border.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back, Shipped Across the Border.
My name's Nick. I'm here with Tyrone.
My name's Max. I'm here with Chris, and today, this is gonna be a little gritty of an episode. So, back from winter break.
I had a Nietzsche monologue ready, but he didn't want to do it.
You done? So, Chris just got back beginning of the week from Ayton, Ontario, back home. I've been in here for about a month and a half now, it feels like.
My condolences.
Got over here. We had, like 2 weeks off? And then...
Who's we?
The basketball team.
Oh.
And then we had to be here December 27th. So, and school started the 21st. So, it was like just under a month. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. I mean, it's been a rough 2026.
Why?
Me.
Because mine's been not great either. I lost a windshield. Never mind. I can't even say half the stuff I was going to say there.
I mean, how do you know how we're going to start this episode? Pretty much, me and Chris actually haven't spoken in like 2 months. So this is we had very minimal conversation because Chris got back and then we had games and then snowstorm and then we were kind of trapped. And so now snowstorm, I can't really say it's calm. The storm's calmed down a bit, but there's hella snow.
I will say this
so.
because people know that I feel this way. I called Massachusetts. I'll censor that because they don't know how to deal with snow. Respectfully, I'm sorry. This is a lot of snow. Like
it's a lot of snow. But
this is a lot of snow.
This is how winter used to be.
Here?
No, in general, like at home.
Yeah, no, this year, like at home, this was worse. Like we had more snow at home. But when you were here, there was more snow at home on New Year's and like a few days after that than there is right now. But this is a respectable amount of snow, and people.
And they also don't know how to handle it here.
No, they definitely don't know how to handle it. But now it's like, okay, this is a lot of snow. I can respectfully say if you're panicking now, that's fine. But before it was like, damn, why are we still going crazy? Also, still closing stuff like Planet Fitness being closed right now is OD. That's crazy.
Planet Fit, yeah.
Like,
isn't that a 24-hour gym?
48 hours it's been closed. So went from 24/5 to 24/0. Like, what are we doing?
Or 24/7, no?
No, they're 24/5.
Oh, what days is it close on?
Sunday and Saturday.
Planet Fitness is closed on the weekends?
I think so. They know. I know at least 2 days a week. They know that. But yeah, but like that is still OD. But I respectfully say if you guys are tweaking a little bit, that's okay now because this is a decent amount of snow.
Anyways, yeah, we've had 2 off days in a row after a huge dub, which is...
Huge is crazy. Sliver of a dub.
Okay,
like, crawled over the wall, fell on your ass, and then won the game. But
the repercussions of that is huge because season's still alive. Playoff hopes.
What happens if you lose that game? You have to beat like St. Joe's, Maine or some shit?
Something like that. Or we have to beat like...
Albertus.
I mean, that didn't happen. We're not going to talk about that. But
well, no, they don't know.
We'd be in a really tough position because they're at the bottom of the league. And like you have to beat all the teams below you. And then right now, because we dropped a game to Mitchell a couple weeks ago, which is a team that's like a 50-50 game. And unfortunately, we didn't get that. So we're sitting at 2-3 instead of 3-2. So we still probably got to steal one from like...
still got that Donatello looking guy?
Say that again?
The Donatello looking guy?
With the red hair?
Ninja Turtle.
Was he good?
Yeah, very.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No. No, I mean, I wasn't there at that game. I was in my bed, very sick. So, but from my understanding, it just was not a great game on the road. Just it's one of those ones, you know.
How many live active bodies did you have for that game?
Yeah, not many. Probably like 9.
6. But
anyway, so here's what's going on with y'all. The Elms Blazers are super shorthanded. We've had, I mean, they know that Goff's been hurt the whole year.
Whole year's crazy.
Or out for the rest of the year, hurt like relatively early. He's done. And then Sam, I think, was supposed to find out today if he's done for the year, but unfortunately that's going to probably get pushed for next week, so it's looking a little slow. And then we just had, like, Donnell is getting shoulder surgery. He was on the podcast.
Drew started the season injured. Jack started the season injured. Sam got injured relatively early. Then
Ray.
Raekwon got injured. Then
Rip Aiden Dunlap. Shout out Aiden Dunlap, but Rip Aiden Dunlap. We don't got to talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were super short-handed. It kind of like came to a pinnacle when we played Alberta. We had 8 healthy guys. Oh, Adam wasn't even at the Alberta game either because he had a school obligation that he couldn't get out of. So at one point, we're rocking practice and games with like 8 guys, 9 guys.
What do you run in practice with 8 live bodies?
Well, when there was 9 guys, we would do like 3-on-3 some stuff, a bunch of 3-on-3 stuff, 5-on-0 stuff, defensive stuff. Sometimes Neil would sub in or like coach would sub in. Not actually play live stuff, but it's like
Just to have the defensive body.
or just like be in the right spot so we could like work on different things. Not about expose our schemes and stuff, but there are stuff that we do anyways where coach comes in, he does something and then whatever. So yeah, I mean, it was manageable, but now I guess we made it through the storm of that. So we have now 13 healthy guys. So I didn't even talk about myself. So I came back from, you good? We good?
Yeah.
Played at Dartmouth, but was really, really sick on Dartmouth at January 1st. Like blowing my nose like crazy, like eyes watering, sleeping, like was really not feeling good. And after that, it just kept getting worse. And I basically didn't practice or play from after like Dartmouth on January 1st. Oh no, I played a little bit at Pratt, but that was I didn't want to talk about that game. That was rough for the squad. And I also was like feeling horrible, and like coach knew I was feeling horrible. I was like very, very debating on being like, yo, I can't even play. Happy I didn't say anything because I ended up getting in, ended up smacking a 3. So happy I didn't say anything, but that was like very rough. But yeah, so I was really, really sick and just kept getting worse, and I would like chill and take a day off and then come back, and I wouldn't practice because I was not the practice. I wasn't cleared because I just saw the doctor, but I would try and get shots up, and I was doing a lot of pull-ups. For y'all that don't know, I started a quest on calisthenics that I will be, I guess, progressing when I graduate. So the goal is to get a muscle up. The goal is to get a muscle up before school started. Obviously, that didn't happen because I was only able to train like 5 times because I kept getting sick. But yeah, so I got sick, took a day off, a couple of days off, then try to get back into it, and then I started to get sick again, go to urgent care, then feel better.
Shout out Chicopee Urgent Care, man.
Anyways, the whole thing I was diagnosed with just a viral thing, then it was bronchitis, then it was pneumonia. And while all of that's happening,
Now it's cancer.
all right, bro. Knock on wood, bro. While all that's happening, I'm trying to still stay in it whenever I can, whenever I have energy, go to the gym, get shots up, lift, obviously work on the muscle ups because that was something that I was starting to get passionate about, work towards, and was something for me to look forward to, even if it was like just 15
What are you
minutes
going to
a
do
day.
once you get a muscle up?
Handstand push-up.
Handstand push-up is crazy.
That's the whole point.
Full planche?
Eventually. I didn't even know that's actually ridiculous.
What, full planche?
Yeah.
Oh my
People would be doing
God.
like planche push-ups into handstand.
Never.
Yeah.
That's too much.
So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I was trying to stay in it, and while staying in it, I went to go work out one day with Jack and Jamie and Coach Rice. And we were working on some stuff, then we're playing some live stuff, and to be honest with you, I was killing them. Shout out Jack, shout out Jamie, you could ask them. We were playing some spots, and I won for spot 1, I won spot 2, and we're playing all ones. 1 spot 1, 1 spot 2 is about to win spot 3.
For reference,
And-
if Max is going to win a game of ones, especially against someone who's a decent defender, he pretty much just has to be lighting it up from 3.
I was not lighting up for 3. I have step backs in the mid range.
No way.
Pump fake step throughs, bro. You can ask. Playing off 2, pump fake, reverse pivot, lay, bro. You can ask them. But also, like I played very differently in ones than I do in 5-on-5. So and I've never played ones with them, so I definitely caught them off guard. So I definitely got a couple like, oh, he can actually move his feet a little bit quickly. Like,
We used to play with Ben, like, respectfully, if you weren't hitting threes, like, it's pretty much wraps.
yeah. But this one was like everything was ones, so it was more enticing to go. And we were also like working off, playing off 2 and stuff. It wasn't just like BS ones fucking around.
Right
We were-
hyping you?
Yeah, at the start, but then it was just cats, just some like expecting me to score. I was getting buckets, dude. I was feeling good. I was feeling real good, and it was like the first time I really worked out in a couple of days because of being sick and sitting out and all these different types of things. And then I just sidestep on the baseline after creating contact with Jamie, separated, and just like sprained my ankle. And so then on top of being sick, sprained my ankle, and then it was just a whole fuck show of like everything that could go wrong was going wrong. I ended up being out like 2 weeks with the sprained ankle, but also because my bronchitis turned into pneumonia after that. So I was in a boot, going to urgent care, telling them about this complete thing. And there's an elephant in the room, like, I'm in a boot. I'm like, don't even worry about that. Like, we're handling that with the athletic trainers. Don't even worry about that. I don't want to waste time on that. Let me just get these meds, get better. Ended up being like, okay, like, I can't try and stay around the game I need to like fully separate myself. Like I can't go with the team to these travel with these games, getting up early, coming back late, being on the bus all day and stuff. I need to just be in bed for a couple days. I was in bed for like 3 or 4 days doing nothing. And then on like the Monday or Tuesday, that's when I started to like really get my legs back on me and feel better. But I think honestly, I mean, maybe I did it to myself. But at the end of the day, like the type of person I am, like, I need to be doing stuff. I can't be.
So those 3 days killed you mentally.
Dude, I was in the gutter, bro. Especially because like I was probably like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe 4 days. And the Saturday, like we lost to Mitchell, and it was rough, and team morale was real low, and I couldn't be there to like because even like when I was not playing but healthy enough to like be at the games, I would be training defense and be lifting guys up, and at least I was a part of something, and I was able to like help make a difference. I felt like I was so helpless watching just everything crumble. I was like, it was horrible. But I knew that I just set myself, honestly, and we can talk about this, like progress into this. I set myself a goal. I want to play back at Colby Sawyer. I knew that after the Mitchell game, we're going to have some tough games, but the Colby Sawyer game was a must-win game because they're 50-50 game, and below us in the standings, we got to take care of that. And it's on the road, far drive, leaving early in the morning, and they played zone for 40 minutes. And I knew that they played zone for 40 minutes for a while, so that was circled on my calendar, knowing that like that's a day like if we're gonna win that game, like I got to help out the team, and I really want to be there to help the team.
And they're 1-13.
They're having not a great year, but I mean that's scary.
Who's the one, by the way? I was going to ask.
Out of conference.
Okay.
I have no idea. But I mean, they gave us a good game yesterday. They've been giving teams good games. They gave NEC a good game. They gave Dean a good game. They gave a bunch of guys. So it's scary. You don't want to go against a team that has nothing to lose. That was us last year at the beginning. They have a new coach this year for first year coach, and they have some good basketball players. Like they have some good guys, and they're very young, and they definitely have a bright future ahead of them. But it was a scary game, like us. Literally us last year, first year coach, 0-11 and out of conference. You come in, J-Woo comes into us thinking they're going to roll us, and
I want to rephrase
once
that.
we get one, like we ended up getting 6 and made the playoffs for the first time in the last 10 years. So you don't want to be that team that lets them get one and lets them get rolling, especially a young team that's high and low. And yeah, so I knew I set myself out a goal. I wanted to be back for that game, and especially because I know they play zone, and with my role in the team as coming in shooting threes, and the last time we played against teams that play zone, I played really well, which is Maine Maritime, and one play of the game, one athlete of the week, which is like probably the best moment of my basketball career. So I set myself out on that goal to come be back and help my team, and that ended up working out. The 3 days in bed allowed me to get my feet under me. Wasn't able to play at Albertus, unfortunately, but got back to practicing with the ankle, and the sickness and everything was behind me, and didn't have a great week of practice, to be honest with you. It definitely could have been worse, but got an opportunity when we were struggling to shoot in the first half. Cashed a 3, which really helped us get some positive momentum, and we ended up pulling it out at the end. And yeah, huge win. So we're 2-3 in conference now, and we're still alive. Playoff hopes are still in the air. Still definitely possible.
What needs to happen for you to make playoffs?
We have to beat a couple teams that are below us in the standings, and maybe get
Names?
a team. I don't know if I want to give anyone any fuel if they see this. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can cut it out.
Sure.
We got to beat. We got to beat.
They know this.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to give anyone any more fuel against us, or let them know what we're thinking, or anything like that.
Okay.
We got to be. That would give us 4 wins. Realistically, you need 5 to make it, 6 to be for sure. So that means we'd have to be one of.
Riv good.
Riv beat LaSalle.
Same team.
Riv beat LaSalle.
Is like the same as went from 25 to like they had a decent year, and now
They're a good team. They're a good team. They beat LaSalle, and LaSalle is really good. But they also lost to Regis, I think. So they're like up and down, and we play them at home. We play all 3 of those games at home. All at home, and then we play NEC and Norwich away. So we need and win on the road is tough, especially when you're going up to New Hampshire or Vermont. Last weekend this past weekend we went to New Hampshire. Obviously, it was a gritty win. We pulled it out, but it's not great playing on the road, like where other teams' fans are chirping and
crazy commentators, by the way.
Yeah, apparently they're like, oh, we got someone coming in. Hi, RJ. We're recording a podcast.
I'm so sorry.
You want to come on the podcast and say hi?
Hello, Max.
This is my boss. That's my boss, RJ. Shout out RJ. Shout out swim team. Pool's up and running. Yo, you can just like swim in the pool, just like during the pool open
Sorry,
hours.
That does absolutely nothing for me.
I'm gonna do it one time.
If there's a hot tub, maybe.
No, there's no hot tub, unfortunately. Trying to think what I was.
What were you
Okay,
saying?
so we got to be both on the road, and then we have to take one home game from those 3 teams that are probably. I would say we're probably favorited in the NEC and Norwich game, and we're underdogs in those 3 games, but we're at home, which is a big help, and we got to take care of those 2 plus 1 or 2 of those 3, and that would allow us to confidently be in that, which is definitely possible, and we're definitely alive. But winning the Colby Sawyer one was huge to get that under our belt. Now we have to take care of business a couple more times and put a couple buckets in the damn hoop versus a good team, and then our playoff hopes are still alive, and that's awesome. At the end, we're 8-10 now. Last year we had 6 wins, no out of conference, so definitely making strides. If we were to win 3 or 4 more games, that would put us like at 11 or 12 wins, which would be
Close to 500.
At or close to 500. And I mean, double-digit wins after, I don't remember the last time I almost had double-digit wins. It was probably more.
Close, probably a decade.
Way more.
Way more than a
I
decade?
mean, way more. 15 to 20.
Okay.
No, not 15 probably, I would say, if I had to guess. But yeah, so we're in a position still to do something special. Winning that game on Saturday was huge, and I'm so fortunate and grateful that I was able to be a part of that, not only be able to be with the team physically, because again, at the last time where it was an opportunity to really get a kill at Mitchell, I wasn't there, and it was rough. And so to be there physically, to be able to cheer my teammates on and talk people up and everything, and also be able to be on the court and make a big play we won by 4 points, and we had 4 bench points, they had 0, and I had 3 of the 4 bench points. So and it's a game where the score is 54-50. Like every bucket matters.
Nah, you needed that 3, bro.
Yeah,
So badly.
I'm happy about that. I'm happy I was able to contribute to the team, and yeah. So we got to keep stacking days. We've had 2 days off now because of the snow. So we have practice tomorrow, and we got St. Joe Main at home, which would be an opportunity to play against a really good team and get better. I think we match up the best against them, just height and physicality wise. And so we'll see what happens with that, and we're going to just get better and keep stacking days. And then we got some must-win games coming up, and we're going to handle business and take care of control we can control and let the chips fall where they may.
Cliche Jukebox, welcome to the chat, please.
What's going on with you? Chris has been having some job interviews.
I bailed on like the last 5 because I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. So I was like, I'm not doing these job interviews because I did like so many. And I was like, I'm over it. I don't care. I'm done. I want to just accept the job.
Putting all the eggs in one basket? I don't know if we would advise that to our audience. Anyways.
That's how I live my life at this point. So
talk to them about what you will be doing when you graduate, hopefully.
Well, so I went home and
slept on a couch for 5 days straight.
Yeah, no, I had a good time. I had a good time at home. It seems to just go that way because for whatever reason, my childhood best friends, it just happens. It brings out that side of me, and I just can't control it. So
Elms is a focused sanctuary where there's not much to do.
Focused
here.
sanctuary, but it's so boring. So boring.
Yeah, but you need that.
No, there's 2 reasons why I do and don't need it. I need it because it like quiets the voices, the demons. But I also don't need it because like you need that part of your life to exist to some capacity.
You've actually switched up since you've been home. Like you've been more down to do things.
What you mean?
I've noticed since you came back, you've been more down to do things. Before it's like, no, I can't. I got macros, lift, sleep. Now it's like, yeah, we could go out to eat. That's
partially because of Nietzsche, but I'm going to leave that.
Yeah, we could go out to eat. Yeah, we could go have a beer or 2, or yeah, we could do X, Y, and Z.
I'll leave that for the next podcast when I talk about Nietzsche. But
right.
I went home and we just partied and did a bunch of dumb stuff. I lost the back windshield, which was tough. By the way, not my fault though, because that was
golf ball went through it.
No. That was purely so we were going through a roundabout. We went to the casino, and I was up $60. Everyone's having a good time. I got 6 people in the back of the car. We're just jamming to Pitbull, and I'm going around a roundabout, and all of a sudden I just hear a in the back of my car, and so there's 4 people in the back, and Chubbs looks at me and he goes, "Yo, I think your back windshield just exploded." And so Dylan's house is right after the roundabout, so I pulled into Dylan's house and I walked.
That's
back.
Hutchie's
like,
99.
Yeah, and I was like, "There's no way that my windshield just did that." So I go to the back and I like wipe off the snow, and as I go to do this, 4 pieces of my windshield just fall, and so I look at it and it just spider webbed, and so I figured out what it was. Basically, when I went to go in my car, I have a back windshield heater, and so the change in temperature that happened so fast, it just exploded. And so like I looked it up statistically, 1 in 3,000 cars a year have that happen. So $160 and then just got immediately shafted.
How much it cost you?
$565. Shout out Speedy Glass. And also shout out my mom because she paid for it as a birthday gift.
Shout out mom.
That would have been tough. But yeah, a lot of stuff like that. I just had a bunch of fun.
23?
Yeah.
Did I wish you a happy birthday?
Yes.
I think I did.
I think so. I don't remember. But yeah.
What is like January? Ooh.
I know
Early
yours.
as shit
I know
January.
yours. I know yours. April 18th.
No.
April 20th?
I don't feel bad now. I think your birthday's either January 3rd or January 7th.
He's right in between.
5th?
6.
6th? 6th, 7th?
What is yours?
April 7th.
I probably wouldn't have got that. But yeah.
I think I definitely did wish you happy birthday.
Probably. But yeah, I had a
To be fair, I was like dying though on January 6th. To
I
be
had a
fair.
pretty chill birthday too. I'm now 23, and the entirety of dude, it's not good. But the entirety of my time home was spent studying Nietzsche, partying, and going to the golf sim, and then also just spamming job interviews. Like I spent at least an hour or two every single morning just dumping resumes on Handshake, and I probably applied. And probably I know the number. I applied to 175 jobs over the course of a week and a half, and then just like let them sit. And I got, I don't know, 20 interviews.
That's a pretty good conversion rate. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's decent, and it was 20 interviews over like the course of the next whatever that I had set up, and so I went to probably. It took a long time, obviously, because job market moves slow as shit. But like by the time
It moves slow as shit until it moves fast.
exactly, yeah, right, it piled quickly. I was like, yo, I don't have enough time. I was in an interview, getting a call in my pocket from another interview on the way back to like, bro, it was just happening.
Rains it pours
So fast, but. In the way it worked out is that by the time I was heading back to here, I was starting to get a decent amount of interviews. I think I had 5 before I got back on campus, and then I had one planned for the day I got back to campus for the one job that's like 40 minutes away from here, and then I had 4 or 5 more lined up in the next 5 days. And so I had some decent interviews, like where I was vetting the company and just asking them who they were, and we had a decent talk, and they asked me questions. I had also been spamming ChatGPT, just sitting in my bedroom like, yo, let me be a job interviewer. I'm going to dump you the job description and just run it. And I did that for so many hours. I got pretty good at it, and I had a few job offers, one in Canada, one here.
We're in Canada. I'm doing what?
It's like 2 hours away, not 2 hours, about an hour away from me to be, like other direction, towards the coast. And you know where Tobermory is?
Where?
Tobermory? Like this
Connor
Reddit.
Tobin?
Lion's Head?
Damn, Connor Tobin has lines.
Shout out Connor Tobin and Lion's Head. No, it's out towards the other direction. And I would have been a brand ambassador. Basically, I would have been creating content and
full-time?
managing their socials, for a tour company. So they have this thing called Flowerpot Island, and they do like sightseeing and stuff like that. So it would have been calm for like $25 an hour.
It's not bad.
Turned that down because they needed an answer pretty quickly, and I wasn't willing to commit to going back to Canada this early. So then I had a couple more interviews, one for a job in Florida, one for a job out in the other side of Mass and all this stuff. And then I got back here and I had an in-person interview with these guys that I had talked to back in Canada called Grindstone Seal Coating. And they were looking for a social media marketer. And we had a really good conversation over the phone. And they were like, can we set up an in-person interview when you get back to school? And I was like, sure. And so I drove 40 minutes from school, pulled up to their spot, little tiny avenue, which is a bunch of small businesses, and I walked upstairs and I met the 2 guys who run it. But yeah, I went in there and I shook both their hands, and we just started talking, and they started asking me about random stuff, and I found out that one of them is in their first bodybuilding prep, which is crazy. That's awesome. And he's talking about how he grew up or his mom owns a farm. He didn't grow up on it, but he owns a farm. He's been a part of it, and both of them were just dope dudes. We just spent like 20 minutes talking about random stuff.
What would you be doing there?
And then we got back down to the gritty of it, and he was like, here's the situation. We'd love for you to come in and sort of have this trial basis where for the first 30 days, we have a budget, and we'll just let you buy the camera, we'll buy a laptop, and we'll just have you create as much content, might even buy a drone, they said, and all you'll be doing all day is creating content, like trying to find new ways, go with a crew, record them, do this, chop it up, post it online. And as long as they can see that the things that I'm making are converting into actual sales, then it would transition into like a full-time job. And I was talking to them, they're completely opening to sponsoring a visa and doing all this stuff. And so like, the pay is probably not going to be great at first, but
like a 30-day. It's like a 10-day contract,
basically. And so they're trying to see if I know what I'm doing, which hopefully this 4-year podcast stint has proved that I know how to create content, and also hopefully I figure it out on the job as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna be creating content all day, every day with technology that I get to choose to buy. So like, it's pretty dope, and they're gonna give me free reins. Like, I don't know if you watch Alex Hormozy's thing where like his content creators get him to just like sit in a room and they just rattle off like 50 reels and they edit it for the next month and just post that stuff. That's something that I like to do. And like just basically being a creative engine and just dumping my own creative free will into a project constantly sounds so dope. And so the idea is that I'm going to go there. They also might have a spot for me to stay.
It's summer or it's...
This is starting summer and hopefully transitioning into like a full role where I'm just going to do this. And the reason I'm taking it also is not aside from the fact that one, it's much more free than any job I've ever had. 2, the guys are just dope and I would love to work with them. But 3, it's a situation where I can hopefully gain the skills for the next however many years that I would need in order to go travel and then come back and not just be up the river without a paddle. So like I have these marketing skills and social media content creation skills,
And
and
you have proof to back it up.
and I can use them as leverage and be like, hey, can you guys vouch that I like know what I'm doing? And then just hopefully by the time I get back, jump into a full-time role somewhere else. And I told them that. So they're just dope guys, and I think
What area is it in?
Sturbridge, Mass is like 40 minutes from here, and if you ask me directions, I'm not gonna be able to tell you. But yeah, I just think it's gonna be a dope situation, and so I'm probably gonna end up taking that offer. We had a great conversation, and during the actual job interview, multiple times, one of the head dude kind of like maybe slipped up, and he was like, "Yeah, when we send you the offer, blah blah blah," and he was like, "Well, if we send you the offer," and so like got to the point where I realized like I'm obviously the main candidate, and they made that pretty obvious as well. So I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be the situation I find myself in, and so in an ideal situation, get this job, kill it the first month, transition into a full-time role, take this for probably like the next 2 years, just spend my time producing content and marketing for this company, start turning roles. Also, it's gonna be dope to see like they're both 23 and they started this thing a couple years ago, and so I'm gonna
Did they go to school or?
they went to school I think is Nichols near Sturbridge? Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
Nichols is
that
in Mass.
might I think that might be where they went.
Maybe Ty knows.
I asked him, he said he didn't know, but yeah, I think that's the situation. I'm going to try and do this for like the next 2 years and see this company literally go from like boots off the ground, hopefully into a large business, and then go travel and do some shit, and then come back and have some actual skills. That's where we're at.
That's dope. I hope this all works out for you, bro. Where are you gonna be living? You haven't even thought that far yet.
Now we talked about it because in the interview they had a thing in the job description talking about a stipend and maybe going somewhere, but he's like, yo, we have mad connections here, so we might just be able to have you live with somebody, and either it'll be cheap or maybe it'll be free depending on if we know the guy well enough. So hopefully in that area.
And they would pay you for like the month or whatever. Maybe it'd be a free month of just figuring shit out, but you get to use whatever content you have. And
That's where we're at.
you need a job this semester? Or no, you have hella courses.
Hella courses, golf team, this. There's just no way. That's also, I don't even know if I'm allowed legally.
Yeah.
Y'all see the scam emails they've been sending out on Elms?
Dude, that was cool.
Both of them. 2 back-to-back days.
Bro, Aiden Goff sent them $400.
The job one or for the like the piano and
Piano
phone?
one. No, you have to hear the story. I actually,
Can this be put on a podcast?
yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much,
Maybe context.
okay,
Can I get context?
sure.
So I was in class on, this is Monday? Tuesday.
It was like a week ago.
Basically, this first week of school, we were in class, and I was in class with Sam, Jack, and a bunch of other baseball dudes, and one dude on the baseball team, Scott.
Yeah.
Scoop. We were in class with all of them, and we were just doing some stuff, and then Sam in the middle of nowhere goes, yo, did you guys get this email? And we were all like, what are you talking about? And he's like, they're giving away a piano, an iPhone, a MacBook, and like all this crazy stuff. And I was like, dude, that's definitely a scam. And he was like, nah, but it has an elms.edu email, and it's signed with the Elms logo. Like, this looks pretty legit. And it said that basically this girl's husband died, and she was just giving away all this stuff for free in the first come, first serve basis. And so turns out, I mean, I don't know if this happened like 4 hours later, everyone got a text or an email saying like, hey, don't respond to this. It's obviously a scam. Please don't send the
First
money
of
or do
all,
anything.
not obviously a scam.
Well,
Great execution.
They said it was a scam.
Great execution. by whoever
I
that
clocked
was.
pretty quickly that it was a scam, and I think most people in the class did, but I guess some people just were a little too optimistic.
So anyway, so Goff, shout out Aiden Goff.
Got the email.
He still has the $400. He didn't like actually lose the money, but he got the email and was like negotiating with them and said, because what the scam was is you get the item for free, but you have to pay for shipping. And shipping for a piano is like $200, or shipping for all this stuff is like, so whatever. So he ended up paying like $400 for like a bunch of different items, and he sent it to them. And then he realized that it was a scam, and so he called his bank and they annulled it or whatever. So not that big of a deal. Me, on the other hand, no.
No, you're lying. You're
Nah.
too smart for this, bro.
So
Your people don't
No,
do
what
this.
I did, you know the saying like God protects the drunk and the stupid.
No, but
You never heard that before?
I heard it now.
What I did was so dumb that I was safe.
Were you drunk?
No, I was in the gym. I was like about to get some shots up. I just lifted. I was like, and then the email just came across my phone. I looked at it. I'm like, hey, well, I don't have a super big window. Like, I don't remember how to do after, but I need to get some shots up now. But this is mad interesting. Obviously, being a jang half that I am.
I keep that in.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna get a PS5 and flip it or something like that. Same thing as Goff is doing. So I just looked at it, read it over, responded to the email, and I'm like, hey, my name's Max. I'm interested in XYZ item. Let me know how I can further contact, whatever. Put my phone down and don't think about it. Then I hear that Goff got scammed, and I look at my phone and I'm like, holy shit, I'm a moron. in the email, it said like, if you want the items, contact this number or this email. And so obviously anybody who got because like even Rick was like, yo, you see this, like, and then he told me, oh, they're charging $200 for shipping for a PS5. Like, that's some BS. I'm not doing it. So I'm a moron. I just didn't read the email properly, so I didn't see the contact this info, and I just responded to the email. And obviously, then the email got taken down because it was a fake, and I'm sure it was reported a bunch, and so nothing ever happened. So I didn't even get to the point the point of sale.
Do you think you would have?
No, because I don't have Venmo, I don't have Cash App, I don't have any of that stuff, so I wouldn't have been able to. But
this is the thing. Like,
I need to like blow my nose, bro. I need to like blow my nose.
We'll be right back.
You keep talking.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I clocked it pretty quick that that was not, because I've seen that stuff before. And also, this is actually a crazy story. I'll tell you this in Madai. I actually might have fell for an even dumber one. I felt so the same one that came, not the same one, but same week, like I know it was a day or two later, another email comes in saying, yo, we've got this remote job. We're looking for candidates.
Here.
No. Well, yeah, here. Yeah, they said this here. This came after.
I think okay.
You saw that too. And it was like, we'll pay you this weekly, and it'll be like however many hours. Contact this information if you want to, talk about this. Same thing got taken down like an email later. They're like, yo, it's a scam. Don't do this. Madai, there was an email like that, and this was like early TikTok days. I was looking for a side hustle, and so I saw this email. I was like, yo, this is dope. This seems simple. So I sent them a resume. I sent them all this stuff, and they had a full Google sheet and everything set up. And they were like, yo, we're not even gonna look at the other candidates. You're hired immediately. So I was like, that's a little fast. Like, I must be a G if it's that easy. And they were like, okay, here's what's gonna happen. You're working for this person. They had like all his information and stuff, and they were like, for your first job is we need you to find a bunch of cheap toys on Amazon. He runs a charity, and so we need you to find a bunch of cheap toys and then send him the list, and then he can take that and then bring those to the charity and all this stuff. So I went off and I did that.
This is Amadai?
Yes.
Early
days. I made sure I never told them about this because it's so dumb. But I did all of that, sent them the full list and everything. He was like, great. Now, if you want to get paid, this is what you got to do. And so he said, you got to send
they were committed to the bit.
You got to send a blank check, a void check to this email. And so he sent a picture of whatever, because he was like, or of a fake check. And so I was looking at it, and I looked at the check, and he's like, this is what you need to find on your thing, and go to your bank account and do this. And so I went through my bank account, and like I was in the process of finding a void check so that he could send it to that bank account.
Okay.
And so then I looked at the thing again, and I was like, I was looking at like the university and all this stuff, and then I went and checked all like the side things and like that, and I found that exact same image on Google, and then I just started messing with them. I was like, yo, I sent you the money. Here's this, that, and third, and all this stuff.
So they were trying to get your bank information.
They were trying to get bank information, and then just like rinsed all my stuff. But
damn,
yeah, they've been doing this, bro. So that happened once, and that'll never happen again. That happened once, it'll never happen again.
Anyways, yeah. So no one got scammed, as far as I know. No one lost money, but. Yeah,
that was close.
I was close as fuck.
Dude, people, I'm not gonna lie to you, scams are getting good.
I thought .edu email like this shit is.
It has to be legit, bro. Like
crazy phishing.
This is also getting to the point. Like, you want to talk about AI? This is a crazy side tangent, but like the ability to take someone's voice. I don't know if you heard about it. You actually talked about this before.
Voice phishing. I did a project. I did a whole.
Didn't this happen to someone you know? No, because I know
I heard a story actually.
It happened to somebody I know. It happened to Willie's grandma. Actually, she had someone call. She had, because also she's at this point in her life, she's like late maybe early 90s, and she's like borderline a little bit senile. Like, this is out there. Like, they know, and she's in a home now. But this was like late stage. She was living by herself. Someone somehow got an AI capture of Willie's voice, and had called her and been like, "Hey, I'm your grandson. I need $2,000 right now," and she wired it. Thing is, Willie's mom works at the bank, so she saw that come through, and she was like, "Whoa!" and she vetoed that shit immediately, and then went to her mom's house and was like, "What are you doing?" And they were like, "Willie called me. He needs money. He's in trouble." Yeah, that.
So this summer at Hub, when I was doing like insurance brokerage, I did a whole. You have like a capstone project, like an intern project with a group of interns from all over the country.
You guys just had to fish old women with AI.
Opposite. We were creating a product it was a cybersecurity insurance package. That was one of the things that was
that's gonna be a thing
mainly included. And it was like so it was kind of we were tasked with innovative in the AI and technological development space of insurance, and so did a lot of stuff on that. That's actually probably similar to what I'll be doing when I graduate at Deloitte, which is like risk, regulatory, and forensics. So it's consulting on cybersecurity,
So many big words.
consulting on cybersecurity and financial fraud and different things like that. But more, I think, on the business side, as
committing
opposed
it.
to the personal side. Definitely not that. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah, bro.
I am just too stupid to get scammed. I wouldn't have been able
stupid
to.
to get scammed. Do you think it would have gotten to the point where you?
I could not have sent them the money. I would have to meet them in person.
If you could have, would it have happened?
Probably.
Wow.
Bro, that's the first thing you think. Get a PS5 for $200, flip it for $4.
Listen, as somebody who likes to be early and stuff like that, I thought about it.
Bro,
and
the
I
email
just-
came out
I
at
just couldn't.
the email came at 11:07. I sent my response at 11:08, bro. I was definitely gonna get that shit.
Wow.
I was just on my phone. I was like, bro, this is a fluke. Finally, I get a stroke of good luck, bro. I've had so much misfortune over the last 2 weeks, bro.
Sounds too good to be true. It probably is.
So that was crazy. That was actually nuts.
Yeah.
And then I went to golf in the weight room, and I was like, bro, I heard you got scammed. He looked at me like, and I'm like, bro. And I saw him turn my phone around, and he starts dying of laughter. He's like, bro. He's like, why they always gotta get the hustlers? Because he was just thinking about doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Nah, that was funny as fuck. I don't even know how we got on that topic.
I have no idea either. But yeah, shit's crazy over here. Be careful on the streets.
Be careful. It's every man for themselves at that point. That's funny. I'm gonna reach out to golf and ask if we can keep that in. I don't know if
maybe we should get into scamming.
Listen, I did tell Nick after that. I'm like, that was a genius idea. Like, it sounds like doing them a favor. Like, someone died, you're giving away all this stuff. It's for free. You just got to pay for shipping. Like, that's a.
It's fairly low effort as a scammer. Like all he did was write an email, and he probably got. I mean, I wonder how many people actually.
I don't
sent
know
him
if he
money.
also probably did this to more than just this community.
Yeah, I mean,
Realistically,
dude, once you make one email, you just figure it
Yeah.
out. Like that was probably, let's say, a day's worth of work, and he might have netted. If let's assume that I don't know, 4 people sent him a couple $100, like $800 in a day's column.
Yeah,
Or their own line of business.
bro. Yeah, that's fucked.
Actually,
That's actually. I was like, so I told Nick. I was like, as a joke, obviously, joke disclaimer. This was 100% a joke. I was like, dude, I almost felt like that shit. That was super believable. Very. I would not have thought that was a scam initially. The way and like executed Elm's edu email, Elm's logo. I definitely believe that shit.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm on an island one day, someone bought my damn piano. Someone bought that damn piano if I'm on an island one day. So yeah.
also, I don't know if I told you this either. Ben Bosick wanted to start a business with me at home.
I think we did talk. We did talk about potentially starting a business with Ben when we were driving back.
No. This is for real. Like he asked,
What's the business?
So basically,
I was gonna hang out with Ben actually when he came to watch the Brotherhood Hoop Hall, but
he tried to hang out with me too, but I was
I
gone.
was sick. I said we had plans, and then I was sick, and I didn't even go to our team's game, so I'm obviously not gonna.
Yeah, no.
hang out with someone.
He asked me, like, "Yo, when are you gonna be back?" And it was 4 days after he was there. But yeah, he called me one day, or he texted me or called me, and he was talking about how he wants to start an agency because I think he's still
High ticket sales.
He's still in the bread scales type.
Bread scales, high ticket sales. Oh shit, that's a bar.
Bread scales as a setter. I'm pretty sure that's what he does right now.
Okay.
And he wanted to start his own agency in the fitness space. And he was asking me, he's like, "Here's the situation. What we could do is we cold call and cold approach people in the gym who clearly have no idea what they're doing. And we convince them that we can put them on a 30-day money-back guaranteed diet and workout plan, and we'll say that you can lose this much weight or guarantee a result. And if they don't like it, then they get their money back in 30 days. And he'll be doing most of the setting, most of the cold calling, most of all that stuff, and then I'll create the program." And so I was like, "Hey man, if you can get a bunch of clients, I think I'm pretty confident that I could make them a better plan than whatever they're doing now. If they're doing the old single arm, one hand
Single arm
dog leg
bird
rows, bird dog dog leg rows, and I think you could see some serious results. And so I haven't really heard a lot back from him in that regard, but
be a cool thing to explore.
He does want to do that. And yeah,
What happened to our business about the cows?
cows.
You talked to your dad about that?
We know the situation with the cows.
You talked to your dad about that?
No. Because, I mean, I know, I was also, dude, talk about ChatGPT being dead on. I just asked it for the average size, weight, and profit of a cow in small town Ayton, Ontario, and it was able to reference all of the butchers and everything around that and give
Wouldn't
me,
have been profitable enough.
well, it was $4,500 a cow. Okay. And we went through this, but like for you said it needed to be like double or something.
I just said your dad needs to be generous enough to let us use his infrastructure for free.
Yes, but even if we,
Because if we pay for the calf, then we're making nothing.
even if we did that, if we pay for the calf,
If we pay for the calf and pay for the food, then we're making nothing. The whole point is
Nothing's
we would get the
crazy.
calf.
nothing's
we would pay
crazy.
for the food.
It's not enough for you, but it is.
Well, and it's not enough. Nothing. What do you mean? If we're splitting it 50-50, literally making nothing, barely anything. It would have to be on high volume, and your dad isn't going to have the infrastructure.
AKA why a farm works. You have discovered why people don't sell or raise singular cows in a big ass barn with all this feed.
Exactly. It would just be we'd have to get the calf for free.
I think we would have ended up netting $1,000 total, and so it would have been 500
over
each.
6 months.
Yes, which obviously
So go pick up a week shit at McDonald's.
obviously is not worth it. And so like my father ships 8 cattle. I don't know how much that is. 8 times 4,500, but like that makes sense for him. But for us, it doesn't make sense.
Definitely more than 4,500. 4,500 a cow, 8 cows. That is 3,200. 3,200 plus
3,200. Where are you getting 3,200?
32,000. Sorry,
Oh.
8 cows times 4,000.
28,000.
8 times 4.
32.
32. And then
Plus the 5
plus
times
8.
is 40.
So
4,000, which makes it 36,000.
yeah, quick math.
Bang bang. Yeah. So,
Chips across the
so he
border.
makes 36,000.
How many podcasts does it take to do simple math?
He makes 36,000, and he probably put what we said. I don't know how much we said each one costs, but like across the thing, he's probably netting like 8 to 10 when he makes a shipment.
Just drop all Chris Glenn's finances on the podcast.
We'd be netting like 1,000 total. So like realistically,
about volume on it.
unless you want to put in 10,000 and net 5, then I guess we're not doing it.
I would definitely put in 10,000 in that 5. But
For you, it's literally passive income.
but you don't have the space. That's the whole point.
No, he does have the space. That is the point. He could add cows.
But is he going to give us 5 cows? That's the whole thing. Is if he's
Adding
losing that
5
money.
cows. I don't know about that.
But that's,
I don't even know the logistics of how full everything is right now.
But you
like-
should probably if you inquire,
If it was,
and
I
you
would
need some
definitely lie to
capital,
you. If this was in the summer,
you're also not even going home.
no. But if it was the summer / anytime it was warm, there's not a constraint on how many they're outside. They graze.
But you're also not even home, which is the biggest issue because you're the manpower.
Yeah. Capital.
Cut.
Yeah.
A lot of things we got to cut out of this.
Very many, but
Trying to think what other life updates we got for you that are PG. I don't even know realistically how much of this shit could we even leave in.
a lot.
You think?
What would we cut it? Subtle R-word jokes here and there. Your usage of the M maybe a few times.
Bro, like now we're just cutting out work for ourselves.
Nah, what else has been going on, bro? My golf swing
it's
is
been slow, bro.
unreal.
It's been slow here, dude.
That's welcome to Chicopee.
No, but imagine Chicopee, but you're just in the dorm. It's like, bro, I have a bathroom in my room.
Yeah.
And I have a fridge in my room, and there's literally no need for me to leave.
How often did you leave during the month and a half?
Just go to practice, and sometimes I would go and play Catan and get pho with Jack and Nate.
So give me a normal average day here during break. Wake up.
Okay, wake up, go get shots up 10 to 11. Food usually come, or you go get shots up like 10:30 to 11:30. Food will usually come around 11:30. I usually eat, but it usually wasn't even good anyway, so I just bring something back or thug it out, or I don't know, order some shit, and then go back to the room, chill. Then I would go to practice. I mean, I wasn't practicing, but like hypothetically, like the days I did practice, which was like one time, or I would go get shots up, eat, go back, go to rehab before practice for like half an hour to an hour, then be at practice. Or if I wasn't rehabbing because it was before my ankle, then I'd get shots up before the team practice, and I wouldn't practice, but I would be there because I was sick and XYZ. And then after practice, we'd have film or lift or whatever, and then I would go back to my room, shower, chill, go to sleep. Or sometimes we would play Catan, or sometimes we'd go get food.
Wow, that is a really exciting break.
Bro, people talk about, like, coach always says, and you would honestly think, and my parents say this, and you would think that when there's nothing but basketball, like no school, it's just you, your teammates, and basketball, nothing to do but play basketball, it's like heaven.
No.
But any college athlete would tell you that it is mentally the toughest time of year during winter break because, like Jack was saying yesterday, he's so happy that school started again. And it's nothing to do with school, and it's nothing to do with basketball. I mean, it's just basketball is the nature of sports. You miss more shots than you make. They're way more frustrating, disappointing moments than there are amazing, fantastic
You
moments.
could even go so much deeper than that. The amount of joy in terms of life that basketball is capable of bringing you is so singular in terms of the large pie of where you can derive joy from life, that for it to be your sole focus for that long, you're asking too much of a single pillar of your life to give you that joy. And it's just too much.
So yeah, so it's a tough time. It's like you're not gonna make all your shots. You're not gonna play well every game. You're not gonna win every game. And when you don't play well and you don't win, and you're starting to get in the thick of it, and the mud's starting to get real deep, and you're pushing through every day. Just it's tough. It's mentally tough. It's physical. Like for example, when I was here, I was sick as a dog, and we had some bad games, and not shooting the ball well in practice or whatever it was. And my family's on the beach in St. Martin. Tough. Or my friends are away, or there's like all my friends from here are still on break, or all the other athletes that aren't winter sport athletes have the full 7 weeks to be at home or travel or work and make money or do whatever they're doing. And you're here grinding. Good moments are, listen, good moments for me at this time were far and few between. Can't speak for everybody else because, everybody's process is different. And it probably is mad enjoyable if you're hooping every day and you're just hooping, you're getting buckets and your team's winning every game. You can just bask in the glory of being an elite hooper on an elite team. But that's not the reality for everybody, and definitely not the reality for me. And it's tough and grinding, not seeing the fruits of your labor, not seeing results right away, and just pushing through every day. And it's the only thing that is here that you're clinging on to. It's tough. It's mentally tough. I think you gave a good analogy. It's like basketball. It has potential to bring so much joy, but it's limited, and
it's the nature of life in and of itself. You physically cannot rely on any single piece. Like if we were, let's say, break down to 5 aspects of your life: relationships, or I'll say romantic relationships, friendships, work, artistic creation, and hobbies. So you go 5 there. If 90% of your day revolves around you either spending time or devoting your energy to your significant other, they're going to get very angry. They're going to be like, yo, get a job. And they're going to be like, yo, this is mad annoying. Fine. You need other things to do. You can apply that to every single area of life, as you cannot lean on it too hard because then the rest just collapse.
Yeah. So over winter break as a college athlete, like you're leaning on basketball a ton because you can't work. Other hobbies.
Well, your girlfriend's not here.
Yeah, my
your friends are
girlfriend's not
gone.
here.
You have limited degrees of artistic creation. I don't really know what you do to create artistically. I don't know what your hobbies are other than playing video games and Catan. Not much. It gets very sparse.
Yeah. And so you would think that having nothing to do but play basketball is awesome. And there are times where, like, for example, going on the road Saturday, winning, hitting a big shot, having 2 days off because of snow days to just chill, relax, play Fortnite, talk to my girlfriend, record a podcast, go get shots up, and just bask in that residue of success.
Being a human?
Being a human, but B, like, coming down from that high moment as an individual and as a team. Like, that's awesome. But that's not the reality of every single outcome of every game. You don't play well every game. You don't win every game. And practices are tough. Sometimes you're going 2-a-day practices. Sometimes, if, for example, you don't have a game until Saturday and it's Wednesday, like you're practicing hard. You're lifting, you're getting shots up extra. The whole day is consumed by basketball, by grind.
That actually might be the worst 3-word sentence in the history of humanity.
What?
2-a-days. The only one that's worse is get the bricks. That was the top 2 worst I've ever heard.
And it's mentally grueling. It's a grueling time, especially because there's no. Also, I'm with my teammates all day. Like sometimes I want some space, but the only space I have is alone. And also sometimes you don't want to be alone when you're going through that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough can't go and hang out with my guys on the baseball team, or can't go out and hang out with Chris the NARP and Deck the NARP, or the golf guy.
NARP life ain't that sweet either, bro. It's not that great on this side.
The golf guys, and we can go hit balls and Burks and mess around and talk hypotheticals or whatever.
Sure.
And it's everything is so condensed into one pillar that it's grueling.
It's not structurally integratable enough to hold that entire part of your life up.
But this winter break as a college athlete is one of the times where in the moment you think that it's kind of sucky and you're kind of miserable. But when I'm sitting at my desk at Deloitte, or a couple of years down the line, and I'm working and I'm overwhelmed with work and I'm overwhelmed with real world problems and family stuff and XYZ, and you look back at the time where life was simpler, if all there was to do was play basketball,
sure,
that's the type of shit that you miss. So it's a double-edged type of sword type of thing.
Yeah, I don't know how to escape that, because there's probably going to come a point where I'm like, yo, I really wish I was back in the Elms dorms just only hitting golf balls and stuff.
100%.
But how do you get that lesson now and feel that right now?
Like, how do you recognize you're in the glory days right now?
You can't.
Can't.
How do you know you're in the golden years before you've left them? You can't, and it just it sucks.
Like, and I talk about this with Alex Semenoff all the time. In the moment we're at AOA, all of our friends are at home. We're same thing. We're over there, short winter break. We're grinding. We're in the middle of Ohio. Y'all know the Ohio memes. But I mean, we were actually in a decent town. But at the time, like no vehicles. We're living on campus with like a very select few people who are from all over the world, and some of them don't speak the same language as us. Our friends who are day students are all at home on the weekends with their families, and we're young. We're also young too. Like we have no cars, very limited hobbies as well because, like I said, we're young, 16, 17. Like we're not experienced. We're just playing.
All you do is play basketball and goon and go play video games.
Exactly. We're not mature, and food isn't amazing. And we're like, I just want to go home. I just want to go home, like whatever. And it's immaturity. And then we go look back and like, if I could live one more day of going to practice with my high school teammates and going to play a game, get off the bus, come back, go and do some degeneracy, and then fall asleep in the dorms where all my brothers or all my best friends are all in the rooms next to me. Like I would kill for that. I would kill for to sit in the caf with all my high school buddies and just chill. And after practice, and then go back and play Fortnite and have just, obviously it was high school, obviously I was killing, have just had a really good game and still be able to like bask in that success and not be fighting for my life for any moment of positive reinforcement of success and fruits of my labor. Because obviously college basketball is a different animal and you go from just narrows. Exactly. And same thing at Madai. It's like we were in the Madai, like when we're at Madai, we definitely had some conversations like this is literally hell on earth. And there are times where like I would kill to go back to Madai and be able to experience XYZ different things. And I guarantee it's going to be the same thing now about Elms, but specifically about winter break where there's nothing to do but play basketball, play video games, and just
if you could go back to a Madai practice right now, you go back to a Madai practice? Or
was
it the things that came after the Madai practice?
It might be the things that came after.
Because I think about it right now, you're like, you want to talk about one area of life where there's not really rose-colored glasses and I wouldn't go back to it, is if I had to go to a Madai practice right now. I don't think that one's got rose-colored glasses right now. The relief afterwards, if I could sink into that.
Maybe it's after. It's definitely not before either. Before was arguably worse. Before was worse. The anticipation.
That's just the way the brain works. Is like the anticipation. You've built it up to be that I'm literally about to go fight a bear in the woods.
But how much of that too is because I was 17, 18. And I was not. I'm not
17. How did you get to college? You were 18 when you got to college.
Yeah.
That's not.
Now I'm 22.
How does that make sense? I was 19 by the time I got there.
Now you're 23.
I can't be that old, bro. I refuse.
You were 18.
Nah, because by the time you
turned
got
19
there,
in January.
Yeah, so I was the same age as you first semester.
We were both 18.
No way.
We were both 18, same way as I'm 22 now. And we were 19 second semester, and we'll be 23 this second semester.
2021, 2022 was 4 years ago. I was 19. Now, the first semester I was 18.
Yes.
Yeah, that's mad weird to think about.
Math. Difficult for some people. Anyways.
That's why I'm not an accountant.
I mean, listen, it's kind of hard for me, and I am an accountant. I mean, technically not, but okay.
Now that I wouldn't go back to.
But
there's aspects of it, yes.
But
I go back and record a podcast in that studio?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bro, the student, how can we say this?
Meal plan?
PG. No, how can we say this PG? Recreational activities with the team.
Okay.
Or the life outside of basketball.
Yeah.
Was there were some good times. When we were all in the common room, or when we're cooking and you were making meals and we were going to, what do you call it, making meals? But when we were playing pickup on a snow day that was fire. That was fire. Like there were some Mavs Fest or whatever it was.
That was the most fire.
Listen, in the moment it felt like fun and enjoyableness was far and few between. But looking back now, like there are some moments I would kill to go back to.
Yeah.
Same thing at Madai, and I guarantee you it's going to be overwhelmingly feel those emotions when I leave this place. And one of those things is going to be winter break when there's nothing to do but play basketball, sleep, and play Fortnite. But in the moment when all there is to do is play basketball, sleep, and play Fortnite, it sucks.
I can't even play Fortnite right now because I don't have a VGA cable because my TV's from 1927.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I'm not gonna lie,
bro. It's not fun.
What if you plug your PlayStation into like one of the computers, one of the monitors in the?
Oh, I thought about it, but I went there and the cables are like they got that shit on lock.
Yeah.
I also thought about just straight up yanking one. Not possible. No, can't even crank Fortnite right now. All I can do is read Nietzsche and stare at a wall and hit golf balls. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but Gino's a stick.
Yeah.
Gino is actually really good.
Is he better than Ty?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were
He's on the golf
We
team.
were in the bottom of Burke's, and it was me, Gino, and Ty, and Gino's actively teaching.
I fuck
Ty.
with Gino. Gino's
Heavy.
hilarious.
But actively teaching Ty things because he's, I don't know, probably pretty close to your brother in terms of skill level. And
Shout out Gino.
so, like, I don't know if I can.
You know he's not close to my brother in skill level in doing fucking homework. I asked this guy. I asked him about this homework class that we have, this like accelerated 8-week course about this in financial technology, and he has not responded to me.
Oh.
So it's absolutely useless whatever he says to me because it was due a couple days ago, and
Yeah.
I doubt that he did it. So shout out Gino. Get your shit together in the classroom, bro, and help me out, bro. I need
Don't
some
get your
help.
shit together in the classroom. Come to Burke's, help me with my swing. Forget about the homework.
Nah, forget about that. He definitely did it. He just didn't see my text.
I see.
But I mean, can't really do shit if I don't have the fucking textbook, and it's week 2 of the class
Why don't you
already.
have the textbook?
Because it's not available online and it's available in person, and I don't have the QR code for it. So I emailed the teacher as well. So we'll see what happens. I asked like, yo, have you been doing the so there's 2 assignments that are directly from the book, which I don't have. And so shout out Gino. If you have the book, send me a photo. If you don't have the book, then I guess we're fucked together. What else do you want to talk about?
I'm struggling not to pull into Nietzsche right now. Like really
pull into
hard.
some Nietzsche.
No, it's too late. If I do it now, it's going to go on for too long.
Oh, yeah. We're
going for an hour.
Holy shit. Shout out Danny Harry, by the way.
Yo, I almost dropped his Scovy.
Gotta keep it up.
Can't do it.
We know.
Yo, Danny Harry,
We know who you are.
we actually know who you are.
We know who you are. If you
Shout out
made-
Declan Lynch for
Yeah.
dropping your name because I know you know who he is.
And if you made it this far,
We know, bro.
We
It's
know,
calm.
bro. We
Put your
know.
hands in the air.
put your hands where I can see them.
It's
We
calm.
know. We know. We'll be in touch.
Yeah. I was going to talk about the why I made the decision to not drop everything and go to Guatemala.
The floor is yours.
Well, I watched one singular long form piece of Alex Ramosi content, and he just breaks things down into such simplistic black and white matters, even though life might not be that simple, but he makes it seem that simple. And he literally just said that it's just a trade off with your 20s. Is like you can either spend your 20s having a great time traveling the world, doing all this stuff, and you will have to catch up in your 30s and not have any skills, but you will
Have experience.
have the experience. And then if you do the time and get the skills, you will lack the experience, and you just have to be willing to make the trade-offs. He goes, if you want the Jordans, but you don't want to pay the price, then it's just like it's a stupid hypothetical. If you want to go gain these skills and get life experience or do that stuff, like you can only have one or the other. And so weirdly enough, I'm going to try and get both. So I almost like rejected his hypothetical, but it's
you're
going to
prioritizing the skills first.
prioritizing the skills first to give myself like something to lean on, but then it's going to be like heavily experiences.
Do you know where you're going to want to travel to? Like, what's your list of? What's the first place you're going to
Haven't made a list yet, but it's basically going to be just jumping from job to job in these random countries. Work on a farm here, teach this person's daughter or son English over here, dog sit over here, work on a dock and pull sharks out of the ocean over here. Like it's just.
I'll send
gonna
you
be
some
random.
investments so that you can keep stacking some paper.
That'd be helpful. But yeah, hopefully by then I have built a somewhat decent nest egg. And even if I haven't, I'm going to be working over there and hopefully just getting straight up work, give me food and shelter, and then can go to my own thing. But
Especially if you can make content, then you can like.
oh my God, dude, that would be the ultimate everything. If I hypothetically made enough money to get my own camera, get my own computer, and then I could make content over there doing that and just side hustle and move. Oh my God, that'd be the life. That'd be it. That'd be top.
We might never speak again, but I'd be happy that you're happy.
That would probably be it. Or I might hate it. And I might just be like, yo, I only want to come here and make content for grindstone seal coating. And then that's just the rest of my life as a marketer. Which
Shout out Grindstone Seal
Brad
Coating.
Matsugu seems to think is a thankless job.
What, making content for Grindstone Seal
No, as a
Coating?
marketer. Because I think that's what he does. He's a marketer.
Bro, so I'm going to Japan.
Shout out.
Shout out Japan. I never thought that I would be I've hated traveling.
I hate Japanese.
I hated traveling. Like, for the longest time, if you asked me where my dream destination was, it would be I want to stay with my grandparents in Florida. Because they have a basketball court, indoor court, outdoor court, and they have a weight
talked
room.
about this last
And that's the
year.
only thing I care about. But now, as I mature, and I kind of want to experience, I hate flying, hate traveling, hate the airport. And I'm going on a 15-hour flight to Japan with my buddies, which is
15 hours?
yeah,
Layover?
nope,
Straight. Holy shit. 15 hours?
yeah, and fucking
Dude.
and a seat smaller than half the size of this.
That sucks.
Yeah, and like I'm going with two of my buddies, which it's gonna be amazing, but I mean, other than going to school and back,
You're
I
going to be on the
haven't
plane
traveled
for a full work day and then some.
and then some. 2 full work days. Come on,
When you
2 8-hour shifts.
When are you leaving?
6 p.m. and I'm getting there. How the time change is crazy.
9 a.m.
No, 9 a.m. the following day.
Yeah.
No, like 2 days later.
6 p.m. to 9 a.m. That's when you're going to get there.
But 9 a.m. the next day because
Yes.
of how it works. So I lose a day.
Yes.
And then I get a day back on the way back because of how the time change works. It's going to be ridiculous. But what I was saying is I'm going with my friends. I've only traveled by myself really to work. I mean, not to work, to school and back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be, and the airlines are familiar, like Air Canada, whatever. So I'm going on Aer Lingus probably, or some sort of Air Japan. And with my buddies, we're going to have to figure shit out. It's going to be like a figure shit out type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Wait,
going
do you have a place to stay when you get there?
we're going to book. We haven't booked. I haven't booked flights yet. I haven't booked anything, but we have an itinerary and like we're committed. We have dates and we're slowly going through the process. We're meeting like once a week and fleshing out the plan. So we will have a place to stay. But everything's going to be a completely different language.
Okay.
And it's going to be
How much Japanese do you speak?
0.
Konnichiwa.
Is that Japanese? Yep. Or you be mad racist?
Oh, konnichiwa is thank you in Japanese.
And we're going to be figuring shit out together. We're going to be figuring out how to train because we're going on bullet trains to different places and visiting things, and we're going to be figuring it out together, the 3 of us.
How are you going to order food?
I think we're going to be in touristy spots where they have English or point.
Don't do that.
It's rude.
That's very rude. You don't point in Japan.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
I have some research to do.
You don't do
Anyways,
that, bro.
I was in the mindset of I'm never traveling anywhere. I'm only going to Florida to play basketball, and that's it. That's the only thing I care about. And now, as I mature and I want to experience, and I mean, I'm definitely also going through the path of building skills. But there is an opportunity where this summer I'm not doing anything because my contract starts in September. And so I wanted to I'm going to hopefully go and visit Jack in Louisiana and get some Louisiana seafood.
Tough.
Go visit Bourbon Street, go little Baton Rouge out in New Orleans, and that'll be dope. But this Japan thing, like planning this it's honestly been so fulfilling and so excitement inducing that I'm worried that after basketball is done, I'm going to be living every day just to get to the next day in order to get to this Japan trip because it could be peak. It actually, dude, the things we're doing or we're planning on doing, welding our own ninja stars, making your own chopsticks, bro.
You know how to weld?
I'm gonna learn.
Stick, MIG, TIG.
Huh?
There's stick welding, MIG welding, and TIG welding. Those are 3 kinds of welding you can do. One is a stick, and it
I don't know, bro.
you don't know.
I don't know.
If
but
it's stick,
they're gonna probably show us.
if it's stick, you're kind of fucked. If it's MIG, it's easier. If it's TIG, you're totally screwed.
Hopefully, it's not TIG. And
Close to
we're
some
gonna
not great words.
we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna do a bunch of different things. We're going Mario Karting through downtown Tokyo.
What if? Imagine this scenario, this alternate universe scenario. I go to work for Grindstone Seal Coating, and I realize that this is all I want to do for the next 10 years of my life.
And
You
I
go to
just wanna-
Japan,
and I just wanna
and
travel.
all you do is travel.
That's probably not gonna happen, but I am so excited to experience this, and a little nervous. And
That's the perfect balance.
and I'm.
If you weren't nervous, it wouldn't be worth it.
I'm very much looking forward to like the food. Like I'm a big Asian food guy. Anyone watching this knows me. I might be the biggest Asian food guy. Bro, ramen is like $4 and it's open 24 hours a day. And you can get sushi. You can get high quality sushi from gas stations. And we're going. Kobe beef. We're going to.
I know Kobe beef?
We're going to Kobe,
Like that?
like the Kobe Island,
Where they make the cows
where they raise the cows.
and play piano to them during their sleep.
Yeah,
Huh.
we're eating dinner there. We're going to this buffet. Where
Isn't
all
it
you
true that
can
there's
eat-
not a single Kobe beef cow in America? It's all imitation?
I don't know, bro.
Because I'm pretty sure they don't, like, they
I'm
haven't
about to
shipped
find
them.
out.
This is the only
about to
authentic.
find out,
You have to
bro.
go to Japan to get authentic Kobe beef, I'm pretty sure.
And we're doing a bunch. We're going on a beach day. We're going just a bunch of different cool things. We're going to Universal. We're going to Pokemon World and Universal Studios. We're going to this mall where you can play basketball and pickleball and arcade and and it's like a crazy mall. We're doing a bunch of different things. Some sightseeing too. A lot of sake drinking, hopefully. And I'm
This is
super
just is
excited.
the peak, though.
That's what I'm worried about.
And
bro.
the rest of your life is just,
that bro, Japan.
and you're just filling time till the next Japan trip or next whatever trip, and it's just like life sucks.
I mean, hopefully I get a muscle up in between or two. Get a couple of Brody Game Player of the Weeks. And yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I don't know, bro. Hopefully I find fulfillment in what I'm doing for work. And I'm still going to be doing hobbies. Still going to be playing basketball. Obviously playing Brody. And working on the calisthenics and stuff.
You're gonna be like Freddie Mercury.
Who's that?
You know who Freddie Mercury is?
The calisthenics demon?
Yo, if you've gotten this far in the podcast and you don't know who Freddie Mercury is, I need you to unsubscribe from Shipped Across the Border. He's the lead singer of Queen. Like the band Queen.
I'm not a music guy like that. Especially not old school music.
To reference what I was going to say there is I watched the Freddie Mercury documentary.
Okay.
And there's a moment in the documentary where they like reference something that Freddie Mercury was pretty open about in real life. And so he had this massive party and a waiter comes by and is like cleaning the stuff up and everything in this house that he's just got. And he's asking him to have a drink with him and he sits down and the waiter asked Freddie Mercury about all of these new friends he has, which clearly are just there for the money and the party. They don't really give a shit about Freddie as a human being. And he was like, there's distractions just for the in-between moments is what he calls them. The moments in between when he's performing on stage. And so he's like, my life is consisted of mostly in-between moments. And so like your life is going to be in-between moments for Japan to Australia to...
Probably not.
Or in-between moments from college basketball to super crazy trip to whatever. And it's like
But that's life at the end of the day.
I don't think it is. I think life is actually found
Life
in
is
the
in
in-between
moments.
moments.
Yes.
So like the problem that Freddie had was that any time that was spent not on stage or doing something insanely extravagant, he found pretty much no joy in. Because just the person he was, and also he had some voices, not great things going on up here. But like he just lived his life at 100 miles an hour.
Fortunately, I don't have that yet. And I think I'm excited for the in-between moments. I'm excited to make relationships with coworkers and learn and develop skills and become a highly coveted person in the industry that I'm going into. And I'm excited to work on this calisthenics journey that I really like. I think because I hate lifting, and you know that I don't like lifting. I don't like any of this stuff. But what I like is being able to do cool shit. And what I like is having something to wake up every day and work towards in a goal. So like doing a muscle up, doing a handstand push up, being able to dunk off vert. These are some things that I have goals I've set that I would love to be able to do. And so if I want to do like a hybrid calisthenics and athletic lifting thing, like upper body calisthenics, lower body lifting, and just with the goal of being able to do cool things. Like imagine if I get athletic enough to be able to do a fucking backflip, or like just cool. Like I want to be able to.
Is that related to calisthenics? Being able to do a backflip?
Shit, maybe.
I don't think so.
It might be. And I want to be able to do cool things with my, just have skills and be able to do cool things.
You know what I think it's pretty cool? Towards. Being able to do a one-arm pec deck with 260 pounds.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Listen, man. 260. I felt great today.
Miss me with that.
New pec deck machine. Didn't have to use Planet Fitness or Elms pec deck. Hop in there. Got it. Oh my God, dude. It was so good.
That's not for me. And also, I'm excited for some of the in-between moments of hanging out with my friends, which I haven't been able to do with my family, with my girlfriend, obviously, which I have not been able to do consistently, like for a really, really long time. So those moments I'm also very excited for, be able to go out and hang out and do cool things and chill. I'm excited for that. Eventually, I know that the thrill of competitive sport is gonna catch up to me. I'm gonna get the itch to like do something and compete and again, but hopefully
golf.
I can fill my life with different things that I'm working towards and add new pillars that I don't miss it enough, and then it's less in between moments and more flat ground. That should make sense.
No.
Yeah.
More in between moments.
It's less in between and everything's just flat.
Just moments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bar. But no,
I worry that I might be full of in between moments.
Yeah.
Like
you're gonna. In an ideal world, if you start to feel stale, you'll just jump to a different place.
Just jump.
Sure, maybe that too, but you'll just move to a different place, pick up and go.
That's just me though. The problem is that's still an in between moment. That is where I find myself. I think at home I felt a lot of in between moments, which is crazy because I was watching the documentary and he said that thing about that's like the number one thing that I took away from that entire film. I mean, it was a great movie. There was what is that called? A biopic where it's literally the person's life on screen and someone's just representing him. And out of that whole movie, the one moment I took was a little throwaway scene of him just saying that his friends are all distractions from the in between moments. And I was like, damn, I got a lot of in between moments, like a lot. And it was just in between moments between like the 5 days on a couch, golf sim, anytime where I wasn't just running through a wall or doing something with other people, it felt like an in-between moment.
Dude, we could loop that back to the winter break as a basketball player of like it's
Massive in-between moment.
But yes, but the moment is the opportunity for something good to happen, because something good doesn't always happen in the moment. Like you play a game, you don't always play well, you don't always win, but there's an opportunity to play
But
well.
the game
and
itself
win.
is a relief from the in-between moment, from the mundane.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
It's a break in the pattern.
yeah, I guess. And so there's
The in-between moment is you sitting in your dorms playing Fortnite or getting shots up or everything leading up to the game.
I start to get a little stir crazy, bro. I start to get like,
Stir fry crazy?
I mean that too. No, bro, I know that I'm starting to lose it when I've been in bed all day and my hair's all staticky and it starts to hurt when I lay my head on my pillow because my
You've
hair
been
is
doom
all,
scrolling for so long?
it's all doom scrolling and just.
Do you try and get away from the doom scrolling? Or do you just accept it?
I feel like I have enough going on that like I don't have a doom scrolling issue.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like there are some people that have nothing going on, they just doom scroll all day. Like I mean,
No, I do. I have to pull myself out of it though, bro, because it's so easy.
like sometimes I get into a doom scrolling.
Bro, you blink and there's 2 hours.
But I also have enough I'm playing basketball. I'm working out.
So you get
doing
yanked
all
out
these
of the
things.
trance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have time. I gotta go.
See, I have to yank myself out of the
Yeah,
trance.
you don't have much schedule. To be honest,
I have
right now.
zero schedule, which is a problem. But I get pulled. This is what happens. If I'm doom scrolling for long enough, I have curated my feed enough to where I
It's
hit
fire.
It's fire, but here's the thing. I've curated my feed enough to where I hit a video where it's like, stop scrolling, go outside, do this, or it'll just hit me with this crazy Carpe Diem insane edit where I'm like, all right, done. And as soon as I hit one of those, I'm off.
Yeah, but you ever like be scrolling and you just see something that's like so unfathomably insane, and you're like, how did someone actually post that? That's enough social media for one day.
Sometimes I get hit with that too. But my shit is, I don't get what you get. Your For You page is mangled.
How do you know my For You page is mangled?
Because you send me things. The acronym that I can't name right now,
It was from me.
where it's like, you gonna let a blank do blank in the blank, or you gonna cause a scene. That one?
I don't know if was it Nick Fuentes?
No. That's crazy. That's where your thing went though. Your For You page is all Nick Fuentes?
Not all Nick Fuentes, but
See, that's the thing. Mine's none of that.
I feel like I'm actually like the opposite of his audience.
If I go Instagram Reels, I'll get hit with if I scroll long enough to see Nick Fuentes, that's how I know how to get
my
off.
My Instagram Reels is Japan. It's food and basketball and working out.
Mine's just Dead Poet Society edits, long form philosophical stuff.
I spend more time on Instagram honestly because my algorithm is like
I
see everything
if
I want.
I wanted like some philosophical or deep stuff, Instagram and TikTok, and if I want to just be dumb and do them out and YouTube Shorts.
Oh yeah, I've never gone into YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts is so dumb. For
I'm
me, it's
sure.
just
That's
chess.
it goes in TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts.
It's just chess and golf, and then
if you
dumb
watch YouTube
memes.
Shorts, bro,
No.
What about like? Is there like a LinkedIn?
Oh yeah,
Shorts.
Yeah.
that's
Dude, no, Facebook is where it gets bad.
Oh my
You know,
God.
Declan, I actually got Declan to do this. I have limits. I have 30 minutes a day on TikTok, 30 minutes a day on Instagram, hour on YouTube. Those are my screen time limits. I got Declan to do that. He said he was so addicted that he started scrolling Facebook Reels. Like he killed his time on this, killed his time on this, killed this. He's like, yo, Facebook.
I probably spend more than all of that on all of those social, and not YouTube, but I spend probably like I don't know.
I had to put
decent
limits
amount of
because like
time.
that's
you only
the-
scroll on.
That's
how,
the,
how do you say you have a doom scrolling problem when you spread 30 minutes on Instagram and TikTok?
because I had to do that because I had a problem.
Fair.
So like now, you see, there's two things that happen. Either I get hit with a Carpe Diem edit and I'm like, yeah, I got to seize the day, or I get hit with my literal screen time reminder saying your TikTok time is up today, and then I'm done. It just yanks you out of the trance.
That's fair.
Back to the original point of this, I do feel like my life has largely consisted of in between moments that I have been not conscious enough to enjoy. Not my entire life, but a good chunk of
I think you're
recent
like
years.
from basketball until
Once that pillar was yanked, that's gonna be the next podcast. But like once that pillar was yanked, I've realized the giant gaping hole it has left in my
life.
psyche.
Okay.
Psyche. I was gonna say life, but psyche. And so the inability to fill it with anything other than in between moments has been a struggle.
I think golf was big for you,
It's cool.
and like being on the team and stuff.
It's dope. Doesn't
That's-
consume my being the way that I was waking up and biking 8 kilometers in one direction just to go play basketball for an hour and a half, doing that 4 times a day.
I mean, basketball and weightlifting too, but it's also like, bro, you can only lift so much, and you can only like. The thing with basketball is there's infinite ways to progress. That's why people are so damn good, and why it's so hard to get to the next level, because the barrier to entry is so low that you can always be doing something to get better. So you're always competing with people who are extremely disciplined, motivated, and
Insane.
Insane.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Like when you look at the comparison of what basketball is versus what weightlifting is, weightlifting adds to your life. Basketball can become your life. Weightlifting can't really become your life unless you're A, going on stage, B, competing in a powerlifting meet, or C, just kind of a loser and a weirdo and you spend 6 hours in the gym. There's like 3 ways that it can consume your life. Because other than dieting and the actual, I don't know, I spend maybe 5 hours a week in the gym. Yeah. So like the rest of the time has to be filled with something. And we've been over this 8th.
Especially now because golf, it's winter.
I'm in Bergs every day, but
there's only so much you can do.
Exactly. The thing that I think has to happen is
that's why basketball's unique, dude.
Is it has to be creative. That's where we're at now. It's like I need something to just dive into and sink my teeth into that's creative, and then I can just give endlessly to, which I think is going to be
hopefully this
grindstone seal coating, where I'm just like,
dude, you should send this to grindstone seal coating and be like, I'm the man for the job. Then they for sure send you the contract.
Not if they know that I don't know their names right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that.
Yeah, but
that's something I've been trying to tell myself too. Is especially because when I started to think like, holy shit, this Japan trip actually might be the highlight of my life up until this point, or at least one of the main ones.
Yeah, one of the highlights for sure.
And I'm probably going to be spending the summer because it's going to be a massive in-between moment this summer of when this second semester and summer of when basketball ends to this Japan trip
is an in-between moment.
It's going to be
but let's talk about the last semester of college. It might not be an in-between moment.
So what I'm telling myself is I don't want to let my last college semester and last summer before I start working for the rest of my life
be an in-between moment.
Well, I didn't even know the metaphor of in-between moments before, but just pass me by without being present and enjoying it. So yes, I would love to experience this Japan trip right now, but I know that's not the reality. And so until it is my time to experience this Japan trip, I'm going to make the most of all of the moments until then. That's kind of the mindset I was in. Okay. If that makes sense.
Can I ask you how much this is going to cost?
If it's around like 4,000, 3.5 Canadian for 12 days, including flights, hotel, food, everything.
I'm not going to say my least favorite phrase in the human sentence, the human's language, but it's pretty good.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely not going to be staying in the highest quality places.
Not the Ritz.
Definitely not the Ritz.
Or in Holy English, as they say it in Japan. Imagine I could leave that in. This would be such a better episode.
No. Definitely not. We're definitely going to be looking to spend like. Also, it's 3 of us, so we're going to be staying in one room. So if we're splitting it, it's not like we're getting.
My bad.
It's going to be like one of our buddies went this summer and they went for 17 or 15 or 17 days, and it was 2 people and they spent $5,000. So if we're going 3 people for 12 days, hopefully it'll be around 3.5. Yeah, and maybe we'll do a little bit more, spend a little more on experiences, a little bit less on
necessities.
Yeah, I mean that's how you live, bro. I mean, sake is cheap, ramen's cheap, sushi's cheap. We'll probably go to Kobe and spend.
Sushi's cheap? Like high quality sushi's cheap there?
Everything's high quality there,
I guess.
But we're gonna go to.
You're gonna try the square
fish market,
the square egg.
Square egg.
Yeah, do the square egg stuff. They do like the thing where they it takes like 4 hours to make their egg thing.
I don't know.
You haven't seen that? It's like a sponge.
I think I actually know what you're talking about. But we're gonna go to the fish market, and they're gonna like. There's actually a restaurant.
What about the shrimp one where they take it and they just squash it with the panini press and then they give it to you and it's just like a flattened shrimp inside of oil and stuff and batter. Oh my god, that shit looks great.
We're gonna go to this fish market and they just like prepare fish and the freshest fish caught that morning. Where the chefs from all the local restaurants come and get their food.
You want to see them take the knife and hit it on the head to kill it right then before they give it to you?
I don't know about that. Maybe like a couple seconds before I walk there.
Fresh as it can possibly be.
We're going to potentially to this restaurant where you catch the fish and they prepare food.
That's wild. That's sick.
It's going to be fucking sick. I'm super excited, but making the most of the moments in between then.
The mediocre sushi moments in between now and then.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is don't point at the chef. If you're eating sushi there and you're like, yo, that's basically, you might as well do that. Because that's not, no. I saw a TikTok on that and then they said,
really? I've never pointed at a chef in a restaurant.
Because there was a guy that was.
Have you done that before?
Nah, but there's a
pointed at the chef.
I also haven't been to Japan, so like, but there was this guy. He was walking around doing those classic like, I'm gonna go to the Japan.
I feel like pointing at people a lot of places in the world's rude.
Yeah, probably. But this one was like a white dude, super uncultured. He was doing a TikTok thing where he goes to the Japan market and he was having this fire sushi and he's eating the sushi and the chef's over here who just made it and he starts eating it and he goes, "My man," and then they were like, "No, don't do that." All the comments were roasting the shit out of him, like, "Don't do that."
Apparently, you can't like walk and eat. Like, it's rude.
There's a bunch of unique social rules there that you're going to have to learn.
Culture myself, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all we got today.
Probably. We managed to stretch another 20 minutes of Freddie Mercury, who you still don't know, which is crazy.
Well, I mean, now I know.
You should. Yeah. Anyways.
Y'all, thank you guys for listening. Episode 121, I think it is.
Something like that.
Something like that. That's actually insane. Follow us on Instagram at SATB_pod, TikTok at Shift Across the Border. Like, comment, subscribe, send to your grandma, and we'll see you guys next week.
Well, she danced